Greetings, friends! I am pleased to present you a film called Teddy Bear. Subscribe to the channel and like it. Let's go. The main story of the film describes how a huge and shy bodybuilder named Dennis goes to Thailand in search of the girl of his dreams, despite the prohibitions of his mother. The film begins with a scene where Dennis looks in the mirror. At a restaurant, he meets a girl who wonders why he doesn't eat a shrimp cocktail, and he explains that he is allergic to shrimp. However, he cannot explain why he ordered this dish. During the conversation, it becomes clear that the girl owns a beauty salon, and Dennis is professionally engaged in bodybuilding. But he can't make money at bodybuilding competitions, so he works as a security guard in a pub. After this conversation, the girl loses interest in him, accusing him of shamelessly staring at her breasts, although in fact he was looking at her pendant. Later, Dennis returns home, trying not to wake his mother. She waits for him in the kitchen and then asks him where he has been. Dennis lies and tells her that he was with a friend at the movies. In the morning, Dennis is going to a meeting with relatives, and his mother checks whether he has locked the door. At lunch, relatives get acquainted with the wife of Uncle Dennis, whom he brought from Thailand. The mother is dissatisfied with the couple and the reaction of her son, who looks at the happy couple with a smile. Later, before going to bed, the mother hints to Dennis that her brother's happy appearance is temporary. Next, Dennis trains in the gym. At the same time, he thinks about the failures in his personal life. This worsens when he meets a girl who passes by him and does not respond to his greeting. He helps his uncle clean up the weeds, and in return receives tourist brochures about Thailand, where he is going to go. At home, he searches for information about hotels where he can stay. Then he frankly tells the girl in the gym that he doesn't like her. At home, he informs his mother that he is going to Germany, ostensibly for competitions. His mother disapproves of his trip and refuses to even finish dinner. However, this does not stop him, and he goes to Thailand, where he enjoys an exotic country and meets local girls. Then he goes to a local diner to visit a guy named Scott, to whom his uncle sent him. It was Scott who introduced the guest to his new wife, and now he can help Dennis. On the way home, the taxi driver offers Dennis to stop by the tailor to prepare his jacket for the evening. Then Dennis arrives at the hotel and calls home to tell his mother that he has reached the right place. The main character gets his jacket and quickly changes clothes, wearing it along with shorts. He goes to a meeting, avoiding sociable girls along the way. Arriving at the place in the diner, he notices a lot of foreigners who are being chased by local girls. Soon, one of them approaches the hero and convincingly communicates with him, admiring his musculature. She asks to show her muscles, which he suddenly feels shy about and runs off to the toilet. But the girl follows him and helps to wipe interesting places with a towel, which confuses him even more. Then they return to the hotel together. In the room, the hero is nervous while the guest is taking a shower. Later, the girl comes out in one towel and calls her price, which surprises the big and naive Dennis. Nevertheless, he agrees to pay, but when the girl is ready to start, he offers to talk to get to know each other better. As a result of his timidity, he insists that the girl leave and not engage in professional activities. In the morning, he goes to the gym where local athletes train. He asks one of them to show him where the pancakes for the barbell are and begins to train. The Thai jock recognizes him and shows him an album with newspaper clippings, where he is also present. Then they start training together. Dennis also shares with the Thai some bodybuilding tricks that will help him in competitions. After training, the Thai jock invites the hero to dinner with friends, but Dennis already has his own plans. He returns to Scott's diner, where he meets a new girl, with whom he begins to communicate. The same evening, a local singer performed on stage, which at least slightly diversified his evening. Soon, Dennis leaves. Other girls meet him on the road, wanting to earn money, but he chose to stay alone. Then he went to a restaurant at the address given by a friend from the gym. It was more comfortable for Dennis to be among athletes who shared his hobbies. Even the presence of the mistress of the gym that did not bother him. When she asked where he was from, Dennis explained in more detail, not limiting himself to the simple answer, "From Denmark." Toy told him that the gym belonged to her deceased husband a few years ago. Dennis explained that he was not married because he had not yet found his only one, to which Toy encouraged him, saying that everything was still ahead of him. After dinner, the athletes left on their mopeds, and Toy and Dennis were left alone. They returned by public transport, and Toy asked if he could ride a moped. The next morning, they went for a ride and admire Thai sights and local cuisine, not forgetting to drop into the temple and bring offerings to the priests. The motorcycle rally ended on the beach, where Dennis and Toy were left alone. When she offered to have a picnic here, Dennis reached out to her to kiss her, but the girl pulled away in fright. Frustrated, he left, but could not start the moped in the parking lot. Toy returns and offers to leave the moped until tomorrow. Then they ride together on a moped in the evening city. A little later, she tells him that in Thailand it is not customary to kiss on the street, after which she calls him to her house for dinner. They get home and start kissing without being shy of anyone. But even so, Dennis still feels insecure and the girl has to persevere. At the last moment, the hero's nerves can't stand it, and he apologizes and leaves. Outside, he freezes in thought in the middle of the night street. Then he comes back and knocks on the door. They sit together on the bed in awkward silence. Finally, Dennis admits that he really likes the hostess and decides to stay the night. Then they slept all night in an embrace and in clothes. In the next scene, Dennis rides in a taxi through the streets of his hometown. He comes home with suitcases where his mother is waiting for him. They drink tea while she asks how the competition went. The son is lying that he took 6th place, which explains the lack of trophies. Then Dennis and the realtor are looking for an apartment, and in the evening the hero goes to his mother because he needs to discuss an urgent issue. With a heavy heart, he admits that instead of going to Germany, he went to Thailand, hoping to find a girl there like his uncle. He met Toy, but his mother gets upset and orders him to leave. In the morning, when the hero goes down to the kitchen, his mother asks him questions about his new girlfriend. The hero does not want to talk about his personal life, and his mother begins to accuse him of lying and unwillingness to be with her. The mother does not like sex tourism, and she demands that Dennis break off the relationship with that. The hero promises his mother to do this, but then he meets Toy at the airport with a bouquet of flowers and takes her to an apartment that he bought and furnished secretly from his mother. He tells her that he needs to look after his mother while she settles into a new apartment. The next day, Dennis and Toy are wandering around the mall. Dennis notices his mother, and he and she quickly go to the boutique to avoid exposure. However, the trick does not work. A mother sees her son in a lingerie store. At this time, Toy notices that someone is talking to her boyfriend. He tries to hide the truth by presenting his girlfriend as the sister of his uncle's wife, but the conversation still rolls towards exposure. Eventually, he leaves with the girl to avoid conflict with his mother. Dennis is sitting in the car immersed in heavy thoughts. In the end, he is forced to drop the girl off and go home to find out the relationship with his mother. Upon arrival home, he discovers that his mother injured herself while smashing up her son's room and the stand with his awards. Such cruelty shocked Dennis, and he did not know how to deal with it. Eventually, he leaves his home and tells his mother that the relationship with his girlfriend is none of her business. In response, his mother compares him to his father, and they leave on an unpleasant note. Dennis warns that his girlfriend is staying in the country, and he himself is moving to another apartment. Then the upset woman tries to pity her son. Dennis carefully bandages his mother's cuts and collects all his trophies in a box. Then he hugs his mother goodbye and walks away to his new, happier life. A car loaded with things drives off and takes Dennis and Toy to their own apartment. Thank you for watching this video. Write your opinion about the film in the comments.